This is the 2021 Jaguar XF P300. And if you want to buy a Jaguar sedan, the XF is the last Jag saloon you can buy. For 2021, it's only available with a 4-cylinder engine. The question is, if you're in the market for a mid-size luxury car, should you consider the XF? Let's find out. This is the second generation Jag XF. The first steel body car debuted in 2009, and it was replaced by this very car in 2015, which has some aluminum body panels to make it lighter for better performance. But as I mentioned, sadly, Jag has gotten rid of a 6-cylinder option for the XF, which is a shame because that new mild hybrid inline 6 that we love so much in the Land Rover Defender, when we know it would fit and it's the same company, they're not offering it because Jaguar says there's not enough demand for the XF to justify 2 engine choices. And that's a real shame because of what this car competes against. It is going up against some of the best cars in the history of the sedan. The Audi A6, the BMW 5 Series, the Mercedes-Benz E-Class, and all those vehicles, they offer a 4-cylinder, a 6-cylinder, a V8, hybrids, whatever you want. This, sadly, you're stuck with 1 engine choice and 2 different power levels. What Jag is banking on, apparently, is that people will overlook the XF's relative lack of performance and instead concentrate on its quintessentially British style. Let's talk design, but we're going to start with color. British racing green, the best possible color for this car. It looks fantastic. It's a steal of Britishism. It's smashing. Second, this is an Ian Callum design. Ian was the head of Jaguar Design when this car debuted, and it shows. It is stunning to look at. Love the grille. It's big without being too big, without being comical, like we see on so many modern grilles these days. It really has defined the face of Jaguar. Love the double J daytime running lights here. That's great. It's a play on the letter J, which, you know, they used to have for the shifter. Now it's in the lights. It's fine. Not so big on these intakes, but every car seems to have them, so be it. When you start coming down the side, though, it's just a master class on how to bend and shape metal. It's just stunning. This area here is traditionally called the catwalk, and it's just so good. Then you have the surfacing on the panels here. It's so well done. British cars are slab-sided. This one's no different. However, there is a difference. It has a nice gentle radius to it. The strong line work makes the whole door pop. You know, coming back here to the C-pillar, I love it. Yeah, it slopes so much, it kind of says I'm a hatchback even though it has a trunk, but I'll forgive that because of how elegant and simple and strong this area of the car is. Just so good. And then I think the view from the rear is the best looking part of the car. The bright work, the taillights, too many badges, and that's a problem with modern Jaguars. They just have all this stuff festooned all over the place, but I'll forgive it because look at the diffuser. It's so well integrated, maybe the best I've ever seen, and brilliantly, it has that little piece of bright work which just makes it pop. Again, at the end of the day, it's a mid-sized family sedan, right? But it's just gorgeous, like literally a knockout. While not as striking or dramatic as the exterior, I think the interior of the new Jag XF is really nice. It has the 3 components necessary for what I would consider to be a real luxury interior, namely leather, metal, and wood, and lots of that first one. There's so much leather in here, and I think it looks like more than normal because it's in this oyster color, so it's a rather bold choice. It does look really nice, especially this piece contrasted here against this nice dark wood, then against this nice upper dark piece of leather right here. It just looks great. New is this 11.4-inch touchscreen. It's bigger and it's brighter and it's faster than the screens that came before it. Is it as feature-packed with stuff as all the Germans? No, it's not. However, it does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so how often are you going to really be using all the features found in the touchscreen? One cool thing I want to point out is the drive mode knob. It's a nice piece of knurled metal. It feels rather premium, but but you pick your mode, you go from comfort to dynamic, and then you can put it away and it's just gone and it's locked in there. And also, when you start the car, your choice will be remembered, which is very cool. Gone is Jag's pop-up gear selector. It's been replaced by a leather-covered normal shift knob, and that's a very good thing. I like that a lot. As far as driving position and space and all that, it feels like I'm in a mid-size sedan. Same is true for the rear seat. You know, big enough. Is it the biggest in the segment? No. And you can say the same thing about the trunk. Plenty of room, not the very biggest on the market. This is the XF P300. There is a P250 you can buy, makes 50 horsepower less. P300 makes 296 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque from its 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine. The power goes into a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission that powers all 4 wheels. And the bad news is, it's not enough. This car is screaming for more power. It's such a good chassis. It's neutral, it's balanced, it's delightful to drive. But this is a 4-cylinder. It's just not enough. And in my book, it's a tragedy. You know, they put this badge here, R dynamic. It's not really R, and especially on these tires, it's not really dynamic. The good news is, because it's 4-cylinder only, fuel economy is okay. Around town, you'll get 22 miles per gallon, and on the highway, you will get 30 mpgs. Check this out. Even though the XF is on its 7th model year, it's never been crash tested. So we don't know. What we do know is it comes standard with a whole bunch of active safety features, including lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, and emergency braking. However, adaptive cruise control, that's a $1,200 option. You can get into a Jag XF P250 rear-wheel drive for $45,145. If you want to step it up to the P300 all-wheel drive R Dynamic, we're talking $51,145, which is about $4,000 less than the competition. So from that point of view, the XF is a bit of a bargain. However, this one sitting next to me, resplendent in its $600 British racing green paint job, is over $62,000. So if you're not careful with the options, they can get a bit pricey. If there's one thing I want you to know about the 2021 Jaguar XF P300 all-wheel drive R Dynamic SE, aside from its ridiculous name, it's that this car is lovely. I personally can't get past the sheet metal. You know, it's elegant, it's real luxury. Yes, it's not a technological powerhouse like the Germans, but how much technology do you actually need? Isn't your phone enough? No, sadly, there is not enough power under that hood. However, if you're in the market for a mid-sized, used to be performance, now it's more of a luxury family sedan, this will serve you well. And if you want one, get them quick, because I have a feeling that Jag ain't gonna be making the XF much longer. To see vehicle rankings and a complete buyer's guide, please visit motortrend.com/cars.